Today we are going to look at adding fractions with unlike denominators. You guys are already really good at adding fractions with common denominators, so let's look at adding fractions with uncommon denominators like 2/3 plus 1/4. Right now we cannot add these two together because they do not have a common denominator. There are two ways that I'm going to show you to get a common denominator. You'll be able to rewind this video and figure out your method that you like the best. The first method we're going to do is to list the factors of each denominator. So I'm going to list the factors of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I like to do out to 5 first and then see if I have to go any further. So let's do the factors of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Now we have to look to see if they have anything in common, if they have a factor in common. I see 12 and 12. So our next step is to get each fraction to have the common denominator of 12. In order to do that, we have to multiply the number 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, because 3 times 4 would be 12. What we do to the bottom, or the denominator, we must also do to the numerator. So that means since we're multiplying by 4 to the denominator, we have to multiply by 4 to the numerator. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Now let's do the same thing to 1/4. 1, 2, 3. We have to multiply 4 by 3 because that would give us 12, our common denominator. And what we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So 1 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And look at this. We now have a common denominator. And when we have common denominators, we can just add the numerators together. 8 plus 3 is 11, and we can keep the denominator. So 2/3 plus 1/4 is 11/12. If you need to, you could always pause here and rewind to see this again. I am going to show you another way to add fractions with unlike denominators. We're going to start with 2/3 and 1/4 again. So if you can recall, I hope we can rewind the video quick even if you need to, but the answer to 2/3 plus 1/4 is, that's right, 11/12. We're going to put that up here just to see if we get the right answer again, or the same answer. This time we're going to do a strategy that I call a quick common denominator. This strategy uses the two denominators, and to find them quickly, we just multiply them. So I'm going to multiply the 4 over here, and remember what I said the last time, what you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So that will give us a new fraction of 8/12. Now we have to take this denominator and multiply it by this fraction. So we're going to multiply the denominator here by 3 and the numerator here by 3. That's going to give us 3/12. And again, now we can add straight across, add our numerators. 8 plus 3 is 11. We're going to keep our denominator of 12, and look at that. We got the same answer as when we listed the factors of the first strategy. So can you see why we call it the quick common denominator? Again, If that was too fast for you, or if you need to review anything before class tomorrow, you can always rewind the video and look at listing the factors or finding the quick common denominators. I'm going to give you one problem to wrap this video up to try on your own. That problem is 1/3 plus 3/5. Go ahead and pause the video right now so you can try and solve this problem on your own. Remember, you can always go back to find your preferred method. Go ahead and pause. All right, I hope you had a chance to solve this problem. I'm going to use the quick common denominator way, and I'm going to multiply the denominators. So I see a 5 here, which means I'm going to multiply by 5 to the denominator. And what I do to the top, what I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. That'll give us 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. I look here at a 3. I'm going to multiply over here by 3. What I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. Our new fraction, whoa, I think I jumped ahead there. Sorry about that. I'm sure you guys would have been all over me. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 3 is 15. We now have common denominators, so we're going to keep that common denominator. We're going to add 5 plus 9 to get 14. I hope you got the same as I did, and even if you did it the listing of the factors way, you still should have got 14/15. That's the video for tonight. I hope you, for class tomorrow, I want you to pick a preferred method so I can watch to see if you like listing the factors, or if you like multiplying the denominators and finding a quick common denominator. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow in class.